MJ Hobby Corner here. Welcome to my channel. And this video short is gonna be just to update the channel on the three major projects that I'm working on now that I'm trying to wrap up. There's a couple of pictures there showing those projects. And I have 172 scale models to paint and also some World War II figures that I'm working on. Alright, so for my first scratch project, this is my project of the week. This is day 2 of the project. I started yesterday, and this is going to be a Dark Elf Fortress and a wall of cave rock that goes with it. So today I took my texture paste, not really texture paste, it's more of a gesso paste, and it's a homemade gesso recipe, and I just coated all of the tinfoil with that paste. And there's also a little bit of paint on the paste. And so this is what it looks like after it's been brushed with that. And I use a large brush and small brush to get into all the nooks and crannies of the tinfoil and make sure that I coat it well with this. And so while the rock wall dries, I begin to work a little bit on the actual fortress wall. And I just add some random like geometric shapes, triangles, you know, things like that. Just add a little bit of detail on the wall so it's not so bare. There is a giant spider there, as you can see. That's supposed to be part of the wall. So just added these details, and then while I was waiting for the rock wall to dry, it actually dried quite well. And then I decided that I was going to make like a little statue, a broken statue of a female figure, probably the statue of a matron, a dark elf matron. And so, yep, there she is. And then I coated it with that gesso paste and gave it a little spurts of gray and brown paint. And there it is, the broken statue of some matron. It's going to go somewhere around this wall. I don't know where, probably part of scatter terrain. So then I put some figures on the wall just to test out the wall a little bit, and yeah, there it's looking good. I could fit some dark elves up there. I also added some sand, very coarse sand, and little pebbles and things, just to give it a little more detail to the base of the wall. And you can see some of the details there that I added on the wall. So and here is the rock wall that goes together with the fortress wall, and big difference after you give it a coat of spray paint. The gesso paste is excellent. It really just hardens up on the tinfoil, makes a nice hard coating on it, and then I just spray paint it with brown and flat gray, and not bad. Now this needs to be dry brushed and maybe a little more sand in areas. There's a picture of it again. So I'm happy with it. I really am. And it has a lot of little nooks and crannies. And this is just a close-up of the fortress wall with all the sand and everything else. So I got a lot of work done on these today. I'm thinking that by tomorrow, Wednesday, these pieces will be finished. So that's great, because then I can just use them in my games, you know, right away. So I thought this project was going to take longer. And no, there it is. There's the wall, the two walls put together. So now I want to talk about the World War II alternate history scratch builds that I've been working on off camera. And this is the whole Allied force. Okay, there is a walking howitzer carriage there. So a heavy howitzer being carried by some walker. And then the other one is just the same chassis as the howitzer carriage, but it has a turret instead. So I still have to finish painting these. These are not finished. This is just basically a base coat. And then I made a little British walker, and this is one of my favorite ones. It looks very Warhammer 40k-ish, which I didn't intend, but oh well. Still not bad. I do like, I'm happy with it. It was a very small scratch build to work on. These are the smallest clothespins that I was using. So it's really small. And I'm also painting the British a little bit of a lighter green. They have to be weathered and everything else. And again, I'm not finished with these, but I added, this one to the Allies. And this is the final British one. And I'm going to repaint all this because I added some pieces to it. This was the little tankette, and I decided to turn it into a walker. And so now it is a heavy walker for the British. And I kind of like it this way better, and I think Julie agrees as well. These are all for Julie's forces. So I'm going to repaint this, and it's going to be a British heavy walker together with the American walkers that you see here. So the Allied force is complete. And here are the Corsairs, which I finally finished. I got them painted, and then I added the missiles and bombs. Not missiles, sorry, bombs and drop tanks. Those are the fuel pods and bombs, a couple of bombs to the wings. And it really does complement the model. So I also made a German, I'm starting the German forces, and so here is a German anti-tank gun. And I just finished this one, and it has its first base coat today, Tuesday. So I got a lot done today, really. And then I started the first of the German walkers. And remember that this is going to be a beach invasion. We'll be defending the beach, and the Allies will be raiding the beach. So this is the first of the German walkers. It is a heavy walker inspired by the Hetzer tank design. I think it's going to look cool. So my 172 scale project, very, very important. I really don't want this to fall behind. So regardless of all my scratch builds, I got my cavalry painted. This is my Knight Cavalry, French cavalry. I also got my orcs. I got all the archers painted, so that's great. There's about 10 archers. And then there's still some orcs to paint, but I also got a bunch of the orc infantry painted enough, and here they are. They're all disorganized on the tray, but you can't really see them well in this picture, but it's enough to form an Oathmark infantry tray of 10. Okay, so I'm happy with that. These Zvezda models are looking great. I really love these models. These are 172 scale, 100 Wars French infantry, 100 Years War. And then I found these old siege equipment that I had from an old 172 scale Roman artillery set. It was a siege set. And I'm thinking I really want to use this. And it came with that scorpion there, catapult. So I'll be painting these, and I got the scorpion painted. And now I have to paint, I think I'm going to paint these guys this weekend. And these are the wargs, 172 scale wargs. Once I get these painted, we will be able to play an Orth game. So that's it, guys. That's all I have. 3 projects, working really hard. And I'm going to be wrapping up a lot of this weekend. And so thank you for joining the channel. I welcome all new subscribers, and I hope you enjoy this as much as I am.